A wedding is a grand production bringing together almost 25 crafts to create one seamless and unforgettable experience. Whether you're a bride to be who is looking for an expert tips or someone aspiring to break into the exciting industry, this episode is for you guys. It's packed with valuable insights, industry secrets, and many more takeaways. Today, we are shining a spotlight on four of these industries, the incredible women behind the magic. Sadhana, who's a model who turned into a makeup artist and who worked for celebrities like Samantha, PV Sindhu, and Mrinal Thakur. Tanishq, a visionary wedding stylist who styled various looks for Janvi Kapoor, Shobita Dhulipala, and Aditi Rao Hydari. And we have Rashmi, an expert event planner and designer from Marigold Weddings, known for their elegant weddings, especially in Udaipur, Jaipur, and many more across the globe. And of course, photography. So here's to the incredible woman who makes weddings stunning, unforgettable, and effortlessly smooth. So grab your coffee, sit back, and let's dive right in.
We had to fly down somebody from Jaipur to US to just change the color of green emerald to a ruby because it was not going.
We're makeup artists. We are not doctors.
We were doing the portraits and the mother calls like Nana Mangalsutram is missing. And she's like, we all were freaking out and she's like,
Picked up a 2,500 matching blouse, and that's what she's wearing under her sabya lehenga. Sabya lehenga.
You enter a Louis Vuitton store and you don't bargain. I am a LV. I am very crystal clear. Look, I work for reputation that I've built for myself.
It's such a rush. This is more than a crush. Got me feeling so luxe. I think you're gonna love it.
Welcome back to Wow's Wedding Talks from the house of Wows by Siddhu Soma. After a long break, we are thrilled to be back with a special episode. And what better occasion than Women's Day to celebrate the powerhouse women shaping the wedding industry.
hello, lovely ladies.
Hello.
So, how are you doing this evening?
Very good.
Very
Excited.
well. Thank
Very
you for
excited
having
for
us.
All set for the show?
Yes,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
All right. So let me just do a one-liners for you guys. So here we have Sadhana, who turns the brides as beautiful as they can look on their big day. And here we have Tanishq, who's a wedding stylist, and she's the one who is going to put your look together. You know, we all work independently, but she's the one who's really going to, put in front of the show. Here we have Rashmi, who's from the Marigold Weddings, and she makes your big day into a fairy tale event, whatever you wish for. The beautiful decor, the beautiful setup, whatever, everything from a basic flower to a huge decor. She makes your dreams come true. And this is Bhargavi. I'm from Wows by Siddhu Soma. I'm the co-founder here and I take care of the clientele, pre-production, post-production, and all the fancy job here. So let's begin.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You have to tell me, Sadhana, how did you come till here? When was that day when you thought, oh yeah, this is what I wanted to do? Yeah, pretty much your journey. How did you start? How
Can I
did you
be
get-
very honest?
Of course.
So I have, prior to this, I was a model
Mhm.
and I have never really planned things in my life. Like people make a plan that, okay, I want to do this in life after my 12th. I wanted to be a doctor. I ended up being in Miss India. Then I became a model and makeup just happened. So for me to be sitting here discussing brides, I take a huge privilege because I never dreamt of this. And I am now living this life which, most of people dream of. So here I am.
So how did it from Miss India to a makeup artist, so to a celebrity makeup artist? How?
2018 is when I decided that I don't want to be a model anymore because 12 years of my journey, I was like, okay, what next?
Okay.
And one of my close friends happened to be an actress. And one fine day, she didn't have a makeup artist. And she was like, hey, can you help me with makeup? And I said, sure. After I got done with her makeup and she took some pictures and she was like, you know what? This is your calling. And I thought she was being funny because she was already an A-lister, okay? And I didn't even know anything of makeup. Obviously, I got my makeup done by makeup artist earlier. So she was like, no, I'm serious. This is your calling and just get on board. And I just went zoop. So for me, it was do or die. because somebody's already there and they give you a chance. Either you do a great job and stay there, or you just go back home.
So you tell me, Tanish, what's the journey about it?
Oh, I always wanted to do this. I always wanted to become a fashion stylist. And but what came on the way was leading a South Asian bridal wedding magazine based out of London as a fashion editor. And that just directed me to find my niche, which is bridal and wedding. So which has technically pushed me to be in the wedding segment. So
Right.
yeah, the journey is very simple because I wanted it, I got it, and now I love what I do. All driven by so much of passion and
Yes.
love for the culture, love for every element
Love for your
wedding, and
craft.
yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. So yeah.
I mean, I have a special place for decorators and even planners in my heart because
Yes.
we are the first one to enter the venue and the last
So
people
the
there.
And we don't get that much credit at all because we're not there in the scene.
So
Correct.
tell me about you.
It's a very long story, but we are very used to telling the story to our clients very often. So again, never planned of becoming a wedding planner or a wedding designer. But me and Parul, my business partner, we were working with Nagarjuna Akin in his film school.
Oh.
And that's where we met. We were doing fundraising for him and we were doing events. And then that time, Parul was getting married. And I could see what she's going through. There's so much of hassle and she's stressed out. I wasn't able to be there for her because my brother was getting married here.
Oh.
And we wanted to do product placement. Like we wanted to get into movies. I wanted to become a director. She had some other plans. And then right after her wedding, I messaged her the next day, come to Hyderabad, let's talk. So she's still wearing her chudas. She got married on 22nd, 28th. I still remember the day she came here, 20th morning. I went to her house, 11 o'clock. I was like, let's do wedding planning.
Oh.
So we knew that we had to do something together.
Okay.
And we found each other at the film school. And I was like, let's just start. And she's like, babe, we don't have any knowledge about this. How are we going to do this? I was like, let's just see. And then there's no looking back. It's rest is history. Yeah.
Wow.
So
This
see,
is like
you
our
wanted to be a
baby
doc-
right now.
You wanted to
Yeah.
be a director, and here you are in the events.
It is
So, you
very
know, I think
similar.
You wanted to be a director.
I wanted to be a director,
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
And she was working with Subhash guy, and I
Oh,
was
wow.
working over here with Mr. Tamareddy Bhardwaj. So there was some filming
Oh,
connection,
Okay.
but none of us knew, like both of us did not know that we'll land here. And yeah,
Wow.
so
Good
our
surprise.
baby is now
Yeah.
11 years old. So
Wow.
So you tell me, being a woman, or what are the challenges you guys have faced, or how, anything that you would want to share? about-
Coming for the makeup industry, when I entered the film industry, which was 2019 March, I remember, not many female were like given the pass. You need a pass to work in the, it's called union card. Without that, you can't do the films. And I remember a lot of people said you'll not get the card. And without the card, you can't work. So they apparently expect only women to do maybe an assistant job or maybe a hairstylist, but not a makeup artist. So there were not too many makeup artists. I don't know, for some reason, I never understood the gender, issue when it comes to craft. There should never be a gender issue, whether it's hair, makeup, styling, or events. So makeup, yes, there were a lot of people, they felt that women have a lot of issues coming to the work. They can't work 12 hours a day. They have, responsibilities at home. We do have, but we are not somebody who brings our problems from home to work,
Right.
And I never think that gender should ever be an issue when it comes to profession. And especially people like us who, love our work. So we did have a little issue, but yeah, when you fight for something and you love your work, you get it.
Okay, how's the industry treating you?
Love. I mean, I love the industry I'm in. I love the films. I love the brides. I think every bride comes with a different story, and you join that journey with them.
Right.
10 years later, she'll remember me. I might probably forget because we do so many brides, right? But she'll always remember, and that the joy on the face. Like I have some brides who still call me and text me and saying that thank you for making me the way I looked. It gives me so much joy, Bhargavi. I
Wow.
cannot tell you. It's not the money that drives me towards this work. It's the reputation, it's the bonding that I make with my brides and my actors, of course, because in South I've noticed that people they like to associate to the actor that you're working with, which is okay. I mean, we
Yeah.
all have favorites, right? So I would be happy to work with so and so person because the person is with so and so actor. So it's nice to see the balance in my life with actors and with the brides.
Dude, I keep thinking about you. I mean, we work with a lot of people, and I'm like so tired already. And when I think about, the wedding planners, and I'm like,
Yeah.
how do they work with hundreds of people and then
Yeah.
tirelessly, effortlessly, and still just make it happen?
Yeah.
Like, how do you deal with this? I mean, for me, it's a mountain that I can never reach. I mean, that's
I
that's
think
how
mine is
I
the easiest
feel.
job. Like when I think of her job is like the toughest. You deal with so many
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, it's quite stressful. I didn't get this dark circle just like that, right? It's just
You've earned
stay-
it.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
And
So
an unorganized sector.
it's a very
Yeah.
unorganized sector
Yeah.
still. Vendors are still very unprofessional. They will say they will reach at a certain time. They don't show up at that certain time. So it's taken us so much time to build that connection with the right vendor to know. And people ask us, oh, why are you charging so much? Or, why is your vendor so expensive? There is a reason why the vendor is so expensive. There is a reason why it has been handpicked after experience, after failed efforts and experiences, when
True.
they have put so much responsibility on you for that one day. So again, we understand as women, we understand that why it matters to the bride to have it right that way. If
Yeah.
she wants the pillow in a certain angle, she has to get that pillow
Yeah.
in a certain angle because it's that one day she's
Right.
getting. And we just cannot forget
There's no
the
retake.
value.
There's
Yeah,
no retake.
There is no
yeah.
there
retake.
is no retake. There's no retake. And that value is what's driving us so far. And
Yeah.
we're not going to lose that anytime soon. Yeah, it's
But it's
crazy.
fun. I think it's so nice. I mean, like when I'm actually hearing all you guys talk, I now realize there's so much into one wedding. That one day, it has so many months of hard work and planning. And, obviously the bride has her dreams. As you said, choti si choti cheez mein she needs to have that, okay, a pillow has to be this way. Because this is lifelong thing for her, like
Right.
shadi ek baar hoti hai.
Yes.
Hope so. Shadi ek baar hoti hai. And that ek baar has to be like
Yeah.
the best.
It has to be perfect.
Yeah, it has to be perfect.
Yeah. I mean, if we had brides who, I don't know, who just messed up their big day just because of that one liner, a little bit blush here and there. Oh my
Oh my
god.
I'm
I think half of
Yeah.
the job is dealing
Also
with
stories.
emotions
Yes,
than doing your
Absolutely,
job.
yes.
Yes.
So
I always have this doubt. I mean, this is specifically for you both, okay? So, like I said, pretty much we both our departments are the first one to come to the
Yeah,
venue.
and the
We're
last
there.
lead.
yeah.
And then with so much hard work, planning, concept, this, that, and all, we come with an image and we imagine so many things for the bride and groom to shoot, and all we come there. And you guys are still doing the makeup. And you're like, I mean, our team will be like, Bhargavi, the makeup is still going
Can
on.
we just kill this makeup
artist? Can we just kill this makeup artist? And then we somehow manage to beg you, talk to them, request, demand, order, do everything and get the bride out. And the decor is still happening.
Yes.
Yes, it has happened. I think all
It's a
the time.
never-ending process. Makeup and decor is never-ending process.
It's
To
a
be honest,
never-ending
What is the thing behind? I am not sure if the bride is just bluffing or the bride and groom are just playing around us, or is it really that you have come late or this has happened late, or what is the what
okay,
is the
I will
inside
speak for
story?
myself
Yeah.
as a makeup artist. I
Uh-huh.
am before time.
Okay.
And most of the time, the brides end up making me wait because I understand they also have some rituals before they leave home, or they have some
Right.
pujas going on. So every time I reach, if they say 6 o'clock, I reach at 5:30, and they're like, Sadhna, I just had this puja, so I'm so sorry. And I'm like, it's okay. I'm cool. By the time I get her on the chair, I can see some photographer standing there, Sadhna, and I'm like, okay, she's just coming. Trust me, it's not me, guys. I don't take more than 40 minutes to get the bride ready with my makeup. But yeah, these rituals and pujas, they take time. So I can't even blame the bride. It's just a situation, and I understand your stress as a photographer because you guys need your time, and sometimes you have that sunset shot or sunrise
Yeah,
shot, and we miss on that because
we
of hair
always
and
end up
makeup.
missing that.
Yes, yes.
I apologize with all.
For me, it's very different. It'll be any one of the 20 factors. There are 20 other factors
Yeah.
running when the decor is running. It could be either when we got the venue, it could be vendor. Like I said, vendor can be late. Any one vendor can mess it up. Or it could be something that we are not very satisfied with at the site, and we're like, we need this half an hour to just fix this one thing. Because you have to get that one again, there are no retakes. So it could be many factors that why we are running late. It could be flowers wilting, putting new flowers. And yeah, again, I apologize.
We all apologize.
I understand why sunset is very important. And there's one sunset that we missed. I think after that, we've just made sure that in timeline, that sunset hour is mentioned as that special hour, and we make sure all the teams are aware of it. And it's not just decor, it's got
Right.
your planning from your artist to
Right.
even the bride has been given that timeline. You have to come at 5:15, you know. Yeah.
What should they really look for when they kind of book a wedding planner, event planner, a makeup artist, a stylist, a photographer? From your end, what do you think they should really plan for?
If they are hiring a planner, they definitely have to see the team size and what kind of weddings they've done. Like the stories that I'm telling you right now, they need to hear out these stories that, you know, we are capable of putting out that fire,
Right.
managing that crisis. We can handle that because anybody can plan. I'll tell you this, anybody can plan, but on the day, on the D-Day, you have to be prepared for these circumstances, these situations that can arise, blouse missing,
True.
or 4 times I have had in my 11 years that it has rained and we have shifted the entire mandap,
venue.
entire set. That I can
This
never
happened to
forget.
us too.
Yeah, and you just have to be prepared.
Right.
Basically, a person who says no beforehand while you're booking, when a bride
Hmm.
is booking, and when you're talking, that white check has to be there.
Yes.
And you will understand if that person is negative or very hesitant in giving out information or like, oh, you know what, this will figure it out.
Right.
If the person is always saying yes, it is actually a pro. It's not like they're trying to please you. Actually, that person can do things for you.
Right.
They will make sure that you are happy on that day.
True.
So that is very important to
Right.
look for in a planner.
Yeah.
For
I,
sure.
even I agree for that matter. You need to check the team size.
Yes.
What weddings we've done before, what are the clientele that we've done before.
Right.
Go meet them, have multiple meetings, go vibe with them, have a coffee, sit with them, and then understand the work.
Which is same
Yeah.
with styling. Your aesthetics need to vibe with the person that you're going ahead with. You know, maybe my style is very understated, minimalistic, but you are an OTT bride. So you
True.
need to connect with the person that you're going to work with.
Yeah.
And same is with photography.
Yeah,
For
you
example,
also
you want a
have that,
certain
yeah.
style and it's not editorial, then
It can never be
yes,
You know, it's like
expectations
the
versus
vibe check with
reality.
them, just like Kundli match with the boy.
Yes.
I swear.
agreed.
The vibe check is so
absolutely
important,
agree.
you know.
Important, right?
Yeah, it's like the Kundli match.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You
Absolutely.
need to vibe with your client. If you
Right.
don't, you know, the moment you meet someone, you get that instinct that,
Right.
okay, you know what?
I mean, yeah, when it works out so well.
Yes.
I mean, recently we've traveled to US, right? We stayed in a client's house for good 20 days.
Wow.
There were clients last year,
Yeah,
clients.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, now they're our family.
Yeah.
I mean, when it vibes perfect, I mean, this is how the outcome that's how it is going to be.
Become
True.
friends for
Yeah,
life. I've
yeah.
had such good friends now.
Right.
We hang out. Like I'm going for dinner with her
Oh,
right now.
wow.
So yeah, and also in planning, we get asked this question because in planning, again, how we put it in categories is photography, makeup, styling. All of these is in under our umbrella.
Right.
And they ask us, what should I look for, Rashmi? I'm loving these 5 photographers.
Okay.
What should I look for? I'm like, you have to be comfortable with that person.
Right.
That
Yes.
person, your vibe has to match. So go out with them, just have a coffee. You'll understand. They'll be like, oh, I don't like this work, but I like that particular event that they did. I said, it's not about the picture they've posted.
I know.
See their catalog
Right.
and try to see, can you be yourself in front of those 2
Right.
photographers or that 1 photographer?
Yeah.
That is very important.
And it's never that particular equipment or
True.
that
It's
particular
never.
product that works.
Yes.
It's the artist that works.
It's the artist.
Yes.
Go see their work, check everything, and then explain what you want, just like you,
Yes.
and then you even
Yeah.
that's how it works for
Correct.
you guys as well.
Meet the artist.
I know.
See if they can talk
Yeah.
to you and can you be yourself
Yeah, that's
in
very
front of
important.
them.
Yeah.
That is very important. If you're not, your photos will not come out nice.
Because I think it shouldn't be like, you just pick what's trending right now and then you want to imitate something that's whatever is trending. It doesn't
Right.
work like
It
that.
won't.
What's trending in your industry?
Editing. The editing is
Yes,
trending.
yes,
I am
trending.
so anti-editing. I just feel like let your work speak, right? I mean, this is my work. I'm going to put it up. You don't like, no problem. I am not going to edit your whole face. There are
Right.
apps that can change your whole makeup.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that makes me so sad that people like me who are so old school are stuck there because we don't want to edit. And then I see these girls who are like non-stop editing.
Right.
And they look like tuna on whitewash thing, and all the brides
Yeah.
look same. I mean,
Yeah.
there is no difference.
Correct.
I know. I
Yeah,
think
I
also,
agree.
it's also a little changing. I mean, people are preferring to be a little minimalistic these days. I mean, you should tell me. I mean, yeah.
I mean, again, it's personality to personality. It comes down to your personal style. We see some brides who want to go minimal, but then some brides who want to go super OTT. As we discussed, they'll wear
Yeah.
everything all together.
Right.
So at the end, it again boils down to the personal style. And I feel each bride or each groom needs to know what their personal preferences are before they step into. Just because their mother wants them to wear a certain thing,
Right.
that shouldn't be a criteria of
Yes.
picking anything out.
Don't lose your personality in following a trend,
Trend.
of
Right.
so and so person. You know, like for example, in
Absolutely.
South, I've noticed one thing: Telugu brides, they actually go very minimal. I've rarely met bride who wants to, go cakey and look all, made up and pancake, because they don't want to look different the next day, next in front of the husband. But sometimes I feel with the clothing and everything, they just go with the flow. They just watch some reels and then they go Sabya bride.
Correct.
Darling, Sabya doesn't care about you. He is making his lakhs of money or crores of money.
Yeah.
See what suits your personality.
correct.
So don't follow the trend. This reel system, oh my god.
But there's a
Brides
consumption
need to know
of
this.
data.
Yeah, brides need to know this. Social media is like Botox of weddings. It's not
It is
pretty. It's
misleading,
not
yeah.
reality. Even with just while she's talking about face of the bride, they're seeing that. They're also seeing decor and coming to us and saying, "Oh, you know what? I want that particular." But I'm like, do you know what happened after this picture or what's around this picture? You don't know the reality.
Right.
It's just that pretty angle picture of those two vases kept neatly together. But that's not how it works. You have to see the entire layout of the wedding. So they really need to stop following everything on socials.
So Danish, how was it with you? I mean, yeah, again, it's a problem for us both. If the styling is not done properly, and we'll be like, why is she wearing this and that?
We've seen brides so many times. They wear beautiful kanchi sari, that gold sari, and then they'll wear so much of diamond, but it doesn't
The
go.
decor is
you know?
coordinated with the outfit,
Yes.
Yeah.
but the jewelry is not coordinated. Like, how does
So
it go
over
there?
my 10 years of experience, it's always that the brides end up purchasing their jewelry before they even purchase their outfit, which is a
Wow.
biggest red flag, because they want to start with the most heaviest expense first, and then they just go and buy jewelry in a pressure of their grandmom wanting them to buy the jewelry first, their mothers asking them to buy the jewelry first, and then they come back to us saying, "Oh, I already bought my wedding jewelry, but I have to wear this particular color," and then there's nothing but we have to work it out. A lot of times I remember we had to fly down somebody from Jaipur to US to just change the color of green emerald to a ruby because it was not going.
going.
We have flown person down from Delhi to Jaipur overnight to change the polish of the jewelry because the jewelry was already bought. But when the outfit and jewelry is put together, there's certainly a clash. And we come with the policy of we don't want to compromise. We want to do the finish. We want to have brides the moment of the day. So everything has to be perfect.
Wow.
So at the end, we've gone through these challenges. So the first tip when the bride comes to me, I'm like, please do not buy your jewelry before your outfit. Please do not invest in the jewelry first. And if need be, we've custom done the jewelry. We've picked up elements of what the bride likes. For example, if it's a flower, we've done the whole jewelry around the flower. So it comes with a lot of conceptualization, but it has to start at a very initial stage. It cannot be done like, oh, it's 1 month to go.
Yeah.
Can you help me?
Right.
So
Well, I'm so surprised to hear that because you
Exactly.
see a
Even
lot
I
of
wasn't
these,
aware.
blogs coming out for brides that you have to get your jewelry first and then you work on your outfit,
Right.
then you work on your decor to match the colors.
Yeah.
But
absolutely has to
I mean,
be
she has
other way
hands-on
around.
experience and
Yeah.
wow.
Because
Also-
you don't know what neckline you'll end up wearing, what neckline will end up suiting you. In your head, you're like, oh wow, I look beautiful in this Subway outfit. But what if it doesn't work out for you? Or
Right.
what if the neckline that you want from Subway has to be a zero and not a V?
Yeah.
There's so many other factors that are associated to it. And I've seen the brides especially go clash on clash. They love to do a lot of bling with the bling. There's
Yeah.
no balance of the visualization where your eyes need to move in a certain way when you look at the bride. It always has to be the face and then you go down.
Right.
It cannot be like, oops, it's a blob of bling and there's disco happening all over. So there's so many factors that go with the color theory. You don't know what cool tones, what warm tones are.
Right.
So brides are finding it so difficult to find the color that works for them. There's so many other factors. The mother saying that, oh, it's Rani pink should be the color of your day. But the bride's not working out in Rani pink. Maybe
Right.
she's a pastel girl. So
Yeah.
there's so many factors. And I feel the brides need to have more control of what they want their day to be as, because I understand again emotions take over and there is a certain way the mother-in-law wants her to look, the mother wants her to look, but at the end it's her day. And yeah, 10 years later I don't want her to see
Yeah,
the pictures and be
exactly.
like, oh, I wish I put my foot down and wore the color I wanted to wear.
Also, I don't think a lot of brides have the concept of having stylish on board, and I feel they should
Yeah,
have.
no.
Yeah.
You know
They
what?
should have.
Yeah, and the major confusion when we ask or suggest them to have a stylist, they'll be like, I have a designer. Like, no,
There's
no,
a
no, no,
difference.
yes.
Stylist and designer are two
difference.
different professions.
And yeah, you tell me, Tanish, what's the hierarchy like? What needs to come first?
We are at 2024 and I still get this question, oh, where's your boutique? Oh, what do you design? So I'm still explaining after 10 years to people that I do not design clothes, I design looks.
Yeah.
And I'm the one who's designing you from head to toe and not just doing what you have to wear and telling you, okay, why don't you just buy a Manish Malhotra? That's not what we do. We conceptualize from your strand of your hair, how does it have to flow with the movement of your entry,
Yeah.
from your footwear, you have to dance whole night, what has to go well with your changes. So it's like end to end that we do, which is, I think, lacking because there's no awareness still that why is a stylist needed over just wearing a good designer. So I feel there's still lot to go and still lot for people to, understand that at the end of the day, it's not the name that you're wearing. At the end of the day, it's the look that you wear.
Absolutely,
Absolutely.
absolutely. Nobody's
Can't agree
checking your
more.
label.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna come and
Yeah.
check your label if you're wearing a,
Nobody's
And
Sambhya or
because of this trending Instagram reels, people are just following
blindly. Blindly they're
one
following.
designer pick up,
Yeah.
and then everybody's
You
just
see
following
the
that
same
entire
Absolutely.
examples
family.
of again and again.
Correct.
That's what we always say. Follow a color palette. Your makeup, your outfit, your decor has to be in a palette. And please do.
Absolutely.
And then they'll be like, yeah.
And I think Sadhana would agree. No, you cannot have everything
You
together.
cannot. You can have,
cannot have your
like,
bold eyes with
exactly.
bold lips. It has
I
to
always
be
say, you know, when
balanced.
it comes to this, there has to be only one star.
Absolutely.
When I look at you, either your lips should be so, like the star of the face, or your
Right.
eye
Or
makeup.
your
It
eyes.
cannot go like smoky, then red
Exactly.
lips and pink cheeks. Similar with clothes and jewelry. You can't
Absolutely.
have bling, bling, all bling. Then you're lost in between the
Yes.
clothes.
Yes.
You know, you're wearing the clothes. Clothes shouldn't wear you, right? So I've seen so many brides. I mean, I feel bad that they don't understand the concept of having a stylish.
At
You're a
the end
a
of the
stylist
day,
on board.
it's more about your personality intertwining with what you're wearing, not the other way around.
Right.
You're not
Correct.
just wearing a look you saw of Gram. It's more about you as a person has a personal style and
Yeah.
you're intertwining that with the help of a stylist to create a beautiful look for the
True.
day.
True.
Yeah.
Can't agree more.
Yeah. And I get this question a lot of times. Oh, I'm wearing this particular blue. What should be the color of the decor? And will I blend in it? And we always say you will never blend
should
in the
never blend-
decor.
yeah.
You will never blend in the decor. We need to know, we need to see your outfit. We need to
Yeah.
know what your hair is like, what your makeup is like. There are a lot of factors
Right.
that will make you blend into the decor, and it never happens that you're blending into decor because decor has like multiple colors going
Right.
on and different depths of background. So this is a very common question, and if a stylist is on board, it helps the planner
It
so
does.
much.
It does so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when we style the whole families, we make sure that your portraits are beautiful.
Right.
You know, as a photographer, I'm sure you can connect to it that the bride and groom are in a certain color and the families are in a certain tone. And then that just makes the whole look much more beautiful.
Right. I mean, the weddings that we've worked on, who hired a stylist, the portraits never went wrong. Never.
Absolutely.
They never
cannot
did.
because they're putting
They
the whole look
cannot,
together,
yeah,
right?
So true.
In my 11 years, I've had only one stylist working on a wedding. That's it.
Wait.
So
Really?
That's so yeah.
Yeah, and
I mean,
wow.
Tanish's wedding is separate. That we cannot talk about because I mean,
I also
it
had a
was-
stylist of my own.
I thought you
Wow.
styled it.
So my colleague Vikas, who's also the fashion editor with me in the magazine, he was the one who styled me.
Oh,
So yes,
wow.
a stylist also needs a stylist. guys.
Stylist.
So,
That's interesting.
Right. So imagine
Exactly.
what a regular bride should need.
but at the end of the day, you're dealing with so much of emotions. Our half time our job goes in pacifying the bride that she's
True.
picked the right choice.
Hmm.
Things are going to go right on the day. She's not been left behind in the trends. You know, there's so
Right.
many other factors because they make a choice 6 months before, and then we'll have this call one day in the night, 2 months before. Is this the right outfit for me? I just saw somebody wearing something similar. Will I look different? And I keep telling them it's not the way the outfit's making it look different. It's how you are going to wear it
Yeah.
will make it look different. It's how you are going to have your personality, your personal touch to make that outfit look different. So yeah,
I think the confidence is everything, you know.
confidence
Like,
is everything,
even with makeup, a lot of people say, "Oh, Sadhana, don't do liner or don't do, bold eyes." I just say one thing: if you have the confidence, you can carry off anything, literally anything. If you don't have the confidence, I cannot help you. I mean, I can only do the makeup, but the confidence comes from within,
Correct.
and that will not come overnight. That you have to work on. Like stylist, obviously, you can make me wear anything, but if I'm not confident as a person, she cannot help me.
Absolutely.
Same comes with us also. I mean, they give this. I mean, that's what we tell you. Don't give us unrealistic references.
Yes.
Just give us what you want, what you think you can do. Or before anything, just leave us free. Or come with a free mind where you can just be yourself. You don't try to be somebody else.
Yeah.
I mean that it never works like that. Nice.
So, I met a bride. I'll tell you this. So, we have done a lot of weddings together. And there was a bride of mine who said something very sweet of you guys. And she said, so she was talking to Sidhu, and I asked her, "Oh, you guys know each other for a very long time." She said, "No, I just met him like few days back. And he already feels like a family because we were so shy as a couple that he blended in so well and made us so comfortable that now we can pose in front of camera all because of him and his team." So that was
That's
really
so
nice
sweet.
thing. Yeah. So that's so sweet, because they didn't look like they're new and they're very camera shy. But she said, "Sadhana, trust me, I cannot even take a camera selfie because I'm that shy. And so is my husband." So thanks to your team that, they were so confident. Yeah.
Yeah.
But definitely, that's a very important factor to make your team comfortable. Even
Absolutely.
with us for styling, I always ask the bride and groom to meet me for a couple of coffees. So we have to, that vibing situation
You
happening.
need to vibe with
Yes,
each
yes,
other. I mean,
absolutely.
it
Vibe
has
has to match. for
Yeah.
sure.
And I'm sure you live half a life with them.
Yes, yes, we do. And there are these beautiful moments that we live for.
Yes.
It's much more than the money or, what you're doing or, okay, Instagram reels. It's much more than that. It's the impact that we're creating on
Yeah.
the family. And we have still brides and families or mothers calling us and saying, "Oh, I saw this work and I absolutely love it. You guys are doing so good. Keep it up, girls."
Feels so good, right? It feels so
It's
good.
so good to hear that. And you've made an impact in their
Yes,
lives.
true,
And they
true,
still
true.
remember you.
And this is what you've earned over the
This
years,
is what you've
know.
done. So it's much more than what you've done
Yes.
there. So it's the relationships for sure.
Yeah.
So true, so true. I mean,
You
we
create that
also get
bond.
this calls after years after the wedding, and then we're like, we would have never done this if not for you guys.
Oh, nice.
Thanks for forcing us that day.
So
Thanks
sweet.
for teaching us that you had to do this. I mean, it feels so good. When we walk into their house, we see this very big frame of beautiful photo. and
Feel so
like,
proud,
yeah, they
right?
always
That's
say
the moment you
thanks
live
to
for.
you. I mean, it's all about the experience that we live for. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure for all of us, it's only
Yes.
through the word of mouth.
True.
How much ever the social media impacts the trends or everything, I think it's purely
Word
the
of
word
mouth,
of mouth.
Word of
Absolutely.
mouth. Yes.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
how it works, and
Yes.
it's so beautiful to take back these many experiences and all these beautiful relationships home.
Yes.
And I think I think that's what keeps us going. How's the industry treating you, Tanishq?
Honestly, I think touchwood, I've been blessed and I'm very grateful that I've had people that have always sailed me through great times, and I've never experienced anything. I've met great people, I've met great teams, and everybody's been so supportive of what I do. Everyone's appreciated the art that we create. So touchwood, I think it's just I'm blessed that the industry has been so kind and grateful for all the opportunities, from coming from an industry where I was only in Delhi and Bombay, now being appreciated to the market that is Chennai, Hyderabad. I can just be very, very grateful.
Tanishq, I have a question for you.
Yes.
So since you come from Delhi, Bombay, you shuffled
Yes.
between Delhi, Bombay, and Hyderabad.
Correct.
How's the work culture in Delhi, and how different is it from Bombay and Hyderabad?
I think the first point is time. I feel all these three cities have they work on different time zones.
Which is the most professional one, which always works on
It
time.
has to be Mumbai.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think she can say Hyderabad.
Not at all. Not at all.
I'll offend a lot of people. But yeah, Hyderabad comes last because
Oh,
we've
no.
always faced time issues majorly in Hyderabad.
I think it's also because they have too many last minute surprises by the priest, by the mother-in-law, by the grandmom. I think too many things. Just the
Yeah.
last moment.
Yeah,
No?
yeah.
Don't you think?
Everything
I'm
is last
sure-
minute. Everything is
yeah,
last
I'm
minute.
sure you'll get calls. Sadhna,
Yeah.
I'm running late 1 hour
Yeah.
because I had this puja in a rush.
I have had brides who have slept like that, and I'm like,
my
okay,
God.
I can't do this. But then I see the face so tired. So when they are constantly sleeping and falling around, that also takes time because, I'm not a magician, right? I'm a makeup artist. And your head going back, and there's a tool behind. Somebody's doing your hair. You can get burned. Anything can happen. And in the end, it's going to be us with bad name.
Right.
It's not going to be the situation, right?
Situation.
Nobody talks about the
Nobody
situation.
understands the situation for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Nobody's going to explain that, okay, it was my fault. They just, oh, I got burnt because of Sadhana's team. So a lot of times these things happen a lot. And as I said earlier, we can't blame the bride or neither can we take our blame because we are there on time. So the brides are so tired, Bhargavi, most of the time because of all these pujas and rituals, which you can't ignore, obviously. And they also have a, muhurtam which they have to follow. So it's like jaldi, jaldi, jaldi. So, and we cannot compromise on our look.
Right.
Imagine her eye makeup going haywire. And when the pictures come out, when her friends see, most of the friends are there. They all have a different say. So I always tell the bride, I don't want anyone in the room except the bride. Like, I don't want these friends because I know the friends want the best for her.
Right.
But they all have different opinions. One goes here, one goes there.
Right.
I can only work in one direction, right? What the bride wants.
Right.
I think that's when the planners should come in picture
That's-
and
yes, for
suggest the brides to
sure,
not
yeah.
have two heavy events in a day.
Yes.
It's always better to split.
We always tell that do not have multiple events just squeezed into one day, and
Yeah.
we do give our inputs. But again, a lot of family members getting involved. They have those only 2 days to squeeze everything into.
yeah.
We absolutely now the trend is changing for sure. People are, especially in the south, people are spreading their events. Like the Sangeet
Right.
will be on Monday with 2 days of gap.
Yes.
Then the
Then
pellicule,
the
the pellicule
pellicule,
will happen.
yeah.
It is absolutely
Such a
wonderful
breather.
to see that.
Absolutely.
And it's good for all the teams working on it together. It's for decor, for makeup, for outfits, everything.
all
and
of
for
us.
photographers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's good for
actually.
us.
Yeah, yeah.
They'll have their good sleep, come on time.
And they look relaxed, which is
They,
important.
look, they do look relaxed. Yeah, for sure.
Because if they're not relaxed, they're moody, all our work looks bad,
It looks bad, yeah.
Like if the hair is bad and makeup is great, it won't look nice.
It won't
If her
look
mood
nice.
is not good and hair, makeup, styling, everything is perfect,
Yeah.
she's still going to look
She's-
bad.
yeah.
Because she's cranky,
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
tired, she hasn't slept,
Right.
Do you also feel that multiple photographers coming into one wedding spoils the mood of the bride? Because they've prepped the bride so beautifully.
it
She's
does.
come, we've set the decor. There are 5 different photographers standing.
No,
Nobody can see anything.
Exactly. And there's no point in having. See, the problem is there's no clarity.
Yeah.
You know what you want, or you just leave it to us. We are here to do that job. That's
Yeah.
why we professionals are here,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So there's no point in having 100 teams and 100 different photographers. You cannot give time for each team. There's no point.
Yeah.
Either you do one after the other, which is practically impossible. We know our timings. So it's very annoying for us also. But then it's also a surprise for us.
Yes.
We every wedding we ask, like, I'm sure there's no other team and all. There's no, especially these reel makers. I'm so sorry, guys, but I hate them. I mean, we're doing our work and they just come somewhere from
Even
between.
kahin
Yeah.
se beech mein se you'll see
Kahin
them
se,
running
yeah.
from here.
Yeah.
You'll be making a video and
Everywhere
then
in the frame.
yeah.
And then, I mean, oh God, it's so annoying.
Then one
And
body part is definitely there in one of your photos or videos,
it
They just goes
bumps.
zoop.
Then the part bump.
Yeah.
Something or the other is always
Yeah,
there. in the
that's
frame.
true.
Even
That's
that comes as a surprise to us because we're not aware every time that there's groom side having one photographer,
Yeah.
bride side having one
It's a
photographer,
last
and two
minute
different
surprise.
reel makers coming.
That's quite a clash because there's so many of them
Yeah,
around
so
the
many,
mandap.
yeah,
Now the
yeah,
guests
yeah.
cannot see the wedding,
Yeah.
It's only the photographers around the mandap that you
Yeah,
can see.
And whom are the guys going to be blame? It's like, why are these photographers, blocking the mandap? We are not able
Blame.
to. Yeah.
The mandap stage was not at a certain height. And I'm like, but I was not informed. Again, like Sadhana said, you cannot blame anybody. The
cannot.
blame will be on you and you have to just live with it.
That blame game is just gonna go round and round. Finally, you'll be like, you know what? Meri galti thi.
Meri
Baba.
galti thi, I'm
Meri
sorry.
galti thi, I'm sorry.
मैं next time नहीं करूँगी.
So for one of our brides, we actually got them dressed prior to the wedding, 2-3 days prior. Took beautiful portraits for them
Oh, wow.
prior. And then they release those portraits.
Wow.
Nobody knew this happened. This is like a
Oh.
confidential thing that we
Wow.
just did to create some beautiful content for the wedding.
I'm making note of that. That I'm
We also
suggesting
did
for
that.
sure.
Yeah, we
And
also do
that gives
yeah.
you a look test before, which
Yeah.
means that you'll know how your hair makeup is going to look on that
Right.
day. Is your jewelry setting well? Is everything in place? You know what your location is going to be like. Before the guests arrive, you have your beautiful pictures in
Yeah.
place.
In case you want to change or add
Yeah,
something.
I actually had
gives
that
it
kind
nice-
of a
Yeah.
bride, you know, she did her wedding ka look few hours before without informing anyone, and she
Right.
got perfect pictures.
Wow.
Photographer got
Works
time.
like anything.
It was
that,
so good.
that we're still used to
agree.
getting the
The-
pictures
yeah.
beforehand and not waiting till the last minute because then your face is dead, you're
Exactly.
Yeah,
tired.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't have to worry about any last minute changes. You don't have to rush to your own mandapam. I mean, I feel
Yes.
that's the saddest part.
Yeah.
You don't have to rush. You don't have to forget how it went. You don't have to do that. You can walk as relaxed as possible to your own wedding, feel your wedding,
You know,
remember your
on
wedding.
the wedding day, notice bride or groom ko chhod ke sab enjoy karte hain. Bride and groom are the most stressed and the most tired people. Why? Because we are constantly rushing them into things. You know, कि अब ये time हो गया, you have to go there. You have to do this. Sit for the makeup. I think they should be given a little time to breathe and enjoy your wedding. But they are the only people who haven't eaten, who haven't enjoyed their, food, and they are so tired. And they're still having a great time. So I think, people should consider giving them.
They put in so much effort and so much planning. Even I tell my brides and grooms that, guys, we've planned till this point, and there's a message that we particularly send out 2 weeks or 1 week before the event, like a very sweet message. Everything is set. We're taking care of everything. We
You
need that
just
one
enjoy.
point of contact, either your sister or your cousin, who is going to be our point of contact. We do not want you guys to message on the group. We do not want you guys to call us. Nothing. Any message, pass it through them. And just relax. Just have fun now. Whatever is done, is done. Now we can't change anything. And whatever will happen, will happen.
So just enjoy instead of stressing about what's
and
going to
after
happen.
working for this long, we don't want our bride and grooms to be sad at that
Absolutely.
point of time. No?
See, we work to bring that smile on the face. You know, when
Right.
you see them happy and content that, okay, I'm so happy. The whole thing has been put together really well. The event looks great. You know, the pictures have come out really well. We work for that smile. We don't work just for that money. Money is not the driving force for us, because all of us, considering where we come from and, what kind of work we do, for us, that smile on the face and that content that, okay, I had chosen the right set of people is what we work for.
Yes.
So I think they should just relax. I keep telling my bride, when you sit on my chair, relax. Enjoy the process,
I've
you know.
seen that in person.
I'm like, just enjoy the process. Put your phone aside. Don't, because these brides do half of the work. So I'm like, please don't do it. Just put it aside because you're so tired. And I cannot take out the tiredness from your face. And I want you to enjoy my work. So
So I have a question for you. You're just saying that one of the client called you and then said that she's super happy with your work, and then you go, girls. So how does this feel every time? Being a woman. With you both, you've come till here, working all the odds out, and then how's it dealing with these many departments? Because you deal with the base level of workers to a high level of vendors, everything. So how does this feel? What do you think is the pros and cons of being a woman in this industry?
There are definitely many pros now. The industry has changed, but I will tell you this, by the way, it was not easy and it's still not easy. There is a lot of male dominance that is happening still. It could be either talking to a vendor, it could be either talking to the family, especially when you're talking to the family, either some older generation, somebody will come and say things that it doesn't sit very well with you.
Do you still get that?
Yes, we do. And cities like Vijayawada, or when you're working with tier 2, tier 3,
Right.
that's where you're still facing that. And we do work there a lot.
Right.
Even in Hyderabad, I would say from vendors, you get that a lot where they think that they know better and they don't take you very seriously for what you're saying. If you say that things have to be certain height or certain, like if you're putting a chandelier, and if I tell the vendor, you know what, Bhaiya, this has to be at a certain height, they're like, I will tell you. I will come and tell you. And then you have to figure out how you make sure that you're the boss there,
Right.
either by raising your tone or it has to get ugly. And
Right.
that is very sad. Like later on, it pinches you that you're doing such a bad thing, but you have to make sure your point is out there. So there is still struggle. There is still male dominance, either from the family side or from the vendor side. But we're just navigating through it, and we're trying to make sure that doesn't stop us from
doing whatever you're doing.
Yeah, you have to get your point across
Right.
for sure. Yeah.
I think it's totally different from for me at least because I love this industry. I mean, you know, the clients, you know, treat us as their family. I
Yes.
get to enjoy. I just, you know, this the relationship starts with being a client and this thing, and I end up dancing on their sangeet. You know,
Yes, that's
or
the
maybe
best.
being the best part of being a woman is they always consider me as their family, like you know, as a daughter or you know the little one in the house.
Yeah.
It's so lovely for me. I mean, unlike you, I haven't got to see the sad parts of the industry, at least for me. I mean,
Yeah.
it
It's
yeah.
because we're dealing with multiple teams. It's not
True.
just one family member or one particular team. You have so many people involved in this. There are people under you, there are people above you, and you have to make sure you're balancing everything at the same time. But yes, the pros are still there. I do get calls from family members, and they're like, "Oh, beta, aap itna acha kaam kar rahe ho." And there was this father of this bride. Just last year, we did a wedding. And I was like, okay, uncle, everything's done. Like, I called him uncle because, you know, same age
Right.
and like fatherly age. It's like, okay, uncle, now we're leaving. We're done with the lunch. He hugged me from the side. He hugged from Parul, and he's just like two little kids. He's
Aw,
just
sweet.
holding.
That's so
Thank you, beta. You're like my daughter.
Aw.
Please make sure you eat and you go and have fun. Just go by the
Wow.
bar. And we're like, he's treating us like family.
Right.
There's no relationship like, oh, you know, you're a vendor. Okay, bye. I'll see you next time, or call me for payment. Or don't call me for payment. But we do get such very nice clients,
Isn't
and we
it the
feel very
best
blessed,
part?
and you feel very blessed when something like that happens.
Because when you're tired the whole day, you're just working, running around, and somebody
Yeah.
just comes and appreciates you with that just a little hug
Right,
and says thank you. It's the best feeling.
It's the
Yeah.
best
The warmth
feeling.
is like it's everything that you work for, yeah. In the end,
And you forget all the hassle
Everything.
that
I
you've
know.
gone through. You forget those moments where you're at 2 a.m. in the night, you're questioning the whole thing, like, why am I here? What am I doing? Is it really worth it? All those questions go away in that
in that
Yeah.
one
that
single
small moment.
a small hug
True.
or a small
Yeah,
smile,
yeah.
small thank
Yes.
you. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you want to do everything
I
all
know.
over again.
you go from like, oh my god, then like, oh my god, so sweet.
Oh my God, so sweet.
You know, the tone changes because in the end we all are humans and we all want to be appreciated for what
Yes.
we've done, right?
Yeah.
So that's the best way. Just say thank you.
Yeah. It is a thankless job still.
It sure is.
It is a thankless job. People don't understand those nights that we are sitting there and doing like there are mosquitoes biting and we're still getting the work done. But then they do realize in the end they come around. That's very beautiful.
I will either have the wildest brides or the most coolest brides. I mean, there are the days where the Mangalsutram was missing on the wedding day. And
Are
she
you
was like,
serious?
yeah, we had this very super cool bride where she was getting ready and she was so punctual on time. We planned a session for 6 o'clock and then she called me at 5 o'clock. And I'm like, Bhargavi, I'm ready. I'm like, are you ready? Seriously?
Wow.
And then she was 1 hour ready, for the portraits.
Wow.
We went and then we were doing the portraits and the mother calls like Nana Mangalsutram is missing. And she's like, we all were freaking out and she's like, Amma, what am I supposed to do now? She's like, buy another one.
Another
No. I'm
one,
like, take my heart.
Yeah, it's very important the bride remains chill, and that's not every time that happens.
Yeah.
Not at all every time.
Yeah. I had this bride, we're doing the planning and decor, everything, and she's from Jaipur, and her blouse is missing after giving it in ironing at the hotel.
Oh my god.
Now we don't know if the hotel has lost it. We don't know if it was misplaced. Maybe it went to some other room, or we don't know if it's still in her bag because she doesn't remember, and she was so stressed out that she doesn't remember. And my planning team is running and chasing and like, what happened to the blouse? Obviously, we're getting blamed that you put it somewhere. We're like, no, we have cameras, CCTV. End of the day, sister of the bride went to Neeru's. It's a Sabya blouse, by the way. Let me just tell you. She went to Neeru's, picked up a 2,500 matching blouse, and that's what she's
Best.
wearing under her Sabya lehenga. Sabya lehenga. And we still laugh about it. In hindsight, it's very funny.
I know.
But in that moment,
that
it was
day?
not funny at all. It was stressful.
I know.
That's why everybody has to have a planner.
Yeah, this
Like,
is where the planning
This
comes
is
in,
where
right?
planning really, really works. Last wedding I did in Udaipur, the sister of the groom, she lost all her bags at the airport. It basically never got checked in.
Oh.
And we are talking to airport authorities. We have reached to further contacts. We've hired 2 extra people just to figure out where those bags are. I am sitting, there's Mehndi happening. I rush to her room and I'm sitting and showing her more pictures from Udaipur, which she can purchase and attend that event. This is happening in the background
Wow.
while the event is on. The bride and groom are there. I'm sitting with the sister of the bride and trying to figure out what can she wear. Just I've offered her my outfit. I was like, we're same size. Just take this. Just go. Just attend your brother's wedding. She's crying. Obviously, she's stressed out. And these are unforeseen circumstances, and that's where a good planning team really jumps in and helps you out.
I don't know if you guys will agree or not. When you enter a Louis Vuitton store, you enter a Louis Vuitton store and you don't bargain.
Right.
You know, and this trend has been happening for last few months. They want you, but so sorry, you're so expensive, darling. If you enter LV, you don't ask a big bazaar price.
Right.
This is always I tell my brides. You don't enter a store, and then you start bargaining over there. So this has been trending for last few months. That so and so person comes for so and so price.
Oh.
Why do you charge so much? Why did you contact me? You've seen my work, right?
Right.
Like, they've seen your work. That's why
Work
they
speaks, yeah, yeah.
contacted you. So don't disrespect an artist or an event manager or a photographer by bargaining with them. That's not right. We put our heart and soul into this. You have contacted us for a particular reason because you've seen our work, right? So if we are charging a certain price, it's because we know that we deserve that and we have worked for it. We're not just sitting here and bluffing things and our work is something else. So I would just say one thing to all the brides and their families that I understand you all have a budget, but when you can spend crores of money, please don't come to me and bargain for few thousands. I am not a big bazaar. I am a LV. I am very crystal clear. Look, I work for, reputation that I've built for myself. Don't bargain.
And just to add to that, she said this so beautifully. Just to add to that, it's the experience you're paying for.
True.
You're not
Yeah.
going to get this experience
Right.
from a person who's been in the industry for 1 year or 2 years. Look at the experience that they've built. Look at the number of people that they work with. That's what you're paying for right now.
That's why we always tell meet, see our
Yes,
work, and then you
absolutely.
decide,
Then you
like
decide.
what you really
Yes.
want.
Yeah.
So my team has given me a few questions as a rapid fire. Let's go.
Yes.
Right?
So one trend that you think is good and one trend that you wish it died.
Reels. Please stop spending more time on reels.
Copy paste.
Stop. Everything is not about reels and socials. One thing which is very good is how they are trying to make every wedding different, every event different, and they are actually working on it, and it's changing heavily in my industry.
Alright.
Yes.
You?
I agree to the same. I think reels are the culprit. Brides want to look clones of each other.
Oh
It's
my
not.
god, I can't believe we're on the same page.
So please create your own identity. Please do something different. And each wedding is different. You cannot copy paste one wedding to another. So definitely go by your own vibe, go by your own intellect, go by your own personality.
Alright.
I love the fact that the brides are open to experimenting with their looks.
Wow, nice.
They
yeah.
let me experiment. They don't, when you tie your artist's hand, the artist cannot do anything. They can
Right.
just cut, copy, paste from a Pinterest.
Right.
And I'm not a Pinterest artist. So they let me experiment on their faces. Except
Nice.
obviously on the Telugu wedding day, they just want a,
Right.
like a nice Telugu bride look. But for Sangeet, for Mehendi, they let me do what I want to do. So I think that's changing and girls are really open to
Yeah.
experimenting.
I think it's for us also, it's the same. The trend of going minimalistic is what I really love.
I love
going
this.
back to
Less
this
is
old,
more.
less is more,
Less is
little
more,
bit of,
yeah.
this old money style and
Yes.
all. Oh, we love it.
Yes.
And reels, yes, I hate
Oh
them.
my
I hate
God.
them. Do not want to see their bags in our video, man. It's so annoying. Next question.
Yeah.
What is that something that the bride should know, but nobody tells about it?
Nobody is thinking about the decor as much as you are thinking. Nobody is thinking about the planning as much as you are thinking. It's you who is thinking extra about it, which
Extra
is fair.
stressing.
Extra stressing, but on the day, just let it go. Just do not worry about it. Nobody cares that that particular backdrop is not a certain way. Yes, of course, what you've asked for, you need to get that from the designer, but the guest will not notice all of
I know.
that. So guests will notice your smile on your face and how happy you are. They're not going to notice what's happening around or what you planned and it didn't happen the way.
Which color the decor?
Which color or how that seating installation was supposed to happen, but it didn't happen
Didn't
that
happen.
way. Nobody knows that.
Right,
So
yeah.
just accept whatever it is on that day
Yeah.
and be happy with it.
For you?
I would say we're makeup artists. We are not doctors. So you need to take care of your skin way prior to when I come and, start doing the work on your face, because some of the brides don't even do basic skincare. I think it's so important, Bhargavi, that you do your skincare, because the base is on top, right? But beneath that is your skin. And if the
Skin, yeah.
skin is not healthy, nobody can help you. You'll end up looking chalky. You're going to end up looking tired. You're going to look oily if you don't do skincare. I'm sure you agree to this. Grooming.
Absolutely,
Grooming is
absolutely.
very important.
Right.
So we're not doctors. We can't change the features.
I know.
I can sculpt you in a certain way, but I cannot erase your bad skin
Right.
or bad hair. So you got to have little grooming way prior to coming on my makeup chair.
Right. Is it same with you?
Also, to add to that, I feel brides and grooms need to trust the process. They're getting everyone that knows what their job is and they're good at it, which is the reason they're getting
Yes.
hired. So, there has to be a certain amount of trust that you place in them and let them do their magic. Because I feel for all of us who come from a creative background, if our creativity is hampered, it definitely needs to the impact getting hampered,
Right.
which we don't want. So, as a photographer, if they're suggesting you for a certain lighting, you need to believe. As a stylist, if they're suggesting you a color palette, please believe. As a makeup artist, they're suggesting you certain
Yes.
makeup, please believe. So, I think believe is the key.
Yeah.
Yes.
Believe your
True.
person.
Yes.
If you have hired a team,
Have a little
please leave your faith on them and let them do their
Correct.
job.
Agreed.
All right. So tell me, what's your most unpopular opinion?
To the families, to the brides, and to the uncles who are sitting in the meetings, wedding planners and wedding designers are not making as much money as they think they are. Or wedding planners and wedding designers are not overcharging as much as they think that we are. We're not making that much money. There is a lot of hard work that's going into it, for sure. And you're paying for the sweat, you're paying for the efforts, you're paying for the time that we are giving in. It's not just about overcharging the
Alright.
client. We're not doing that. None of us are doing that.
Oh,
Agreed. Completely. Same page.
yours? Plus one?
Same page. Absolutely.
Plus one, yeah.
I think same copy.
Yeah.
They think they pay you so
Plus
much.
one?
And they own you in that moment.
Yeah,
But then,
exactly.
no, you don't
It
own us
doesn't
in that
work.
moment.
Look, I'm providing you with the service. You don't own me, right?
Yeah.
So I would say that you're paying me for the talent that I have, for my time. You're not paying me to be your employee. I'm
Yeah.
not your employee.
Yeah.
So yes. Okay, Bhargavi, this question is for you, Bhargavi. You've done so many weddings,
Yeah.
so many years of experience. Which has been your most favorite wedding? Like, when it comes to larger than life wedding and the bride and the whole setup, which has been your most favorite wedding and where?
See, I would say it's not that particular bride or groom or this thing. The experiences that we've had has made the weddings favorite. Sri and Sharan are the bride and groom. It's a very intimate wedding in Goa, but that's what I said. We are now a family.
Oh, nice.
The amount of respect, the love, they just left their wedding to us. They just said, "This is what we are." Then these many years we've been into relation. This is how we are planning, and the rest they just left it to us. And we've given the most beautiful video ever for them.
nice.
And yeah, so these three of weddings are my most favorite when it comes to experiences.
Okay.
How about you?
Nice. There are many. One of them is Tanishq. I did her wedding 2 years back, and her father-in-law said that he wants something out of the box. And when people say they want something out of the box, they don't actually mean out of the box. So our presentation said, "Dare to dream." And he absolutely loved that. And we went with he gave us an open canvas, and we just created something so magical. Like their mandap did not have a fourth pillar.
Oh,
Every mandap is supposed to have 4 pillars, like
pillars.
it's part of your ritual. And he's like,
Yes.
you know what, Rashmi, don't worry about the religion, the tradition, the custom. Just forget it. What would you design something so crazy and actually give it to me for this wedding, for my son's wedding? And I was like, you know what? It's just a drawing that I have, and it's a vision. And we just sketched it out. We gave it to him, and he absolutely loved it. He comes to our go down and he sees everything, and he's like, I like the fact that there is no fourth pillar. It's just hanging
Wow.
in air. It's literally hanging in air. And it was this mandap itself is so magical. And pictures do not justify this
sure.
mandap. Pictures never justify this mandap till date. But I remember this one thing. The next day, I get a call. We're doing the reception decor, and the family calls. The father-in-law, mother-in-law call and tell. We cried at the wedding
Oh.
because there were these 500 bells that we put, and nobody expected what is going to happen. So when they started taking the feras, everybody started ringing those bells.
Oh.
And he said it was just that positive movement of divinity in the mandap
Yeah.
that I cannot express in words, Rashmi, and it was just magical. That's so. More than creating, it was the feedback that we got the next day. Nobody said something like this. It's just so pure.
Wow.
And there are many other weddings. This one wedding that we did, again, having an open canvas is like a blessing.
True,
It's
yeah.
a dream come true. Where they say, you know what, guys, we trust you.
We trust you. Do
Just
whatever you
design
want.
what you
You
want
win
to
the
do.
battle right there. The
I
moment they
know.
say they trust
Yeah.
you, you win the first battle.
That's
right
it.
there.
Yeah.
And then we did this last to last year was an engagement, and it took 4.5 days for us to do the whole setup. We did this, put this massive German structure in Boulder Hills, and got various teams like cranes, and almost 300 labor was working on it. And that was like a dream project, which we did in those 4.5 days after 6 months of planning, of course. So yeah, that has to be the one. That's my benchmark. So it's going to be next after that.
That's for you?
So I don't think I have one particular, but I love multicultural weddings. You've done so many weddings where the groom's Italian and the bride's Indian, the
Oh.
groom's Indian, the bride's Portuguese, and we just love how the beauty of two different cultures just blend in, and each one's trying to make each other comfortable by following each other's rituals. It's just beautiful to witness.
So, Tanish, what changes do you see in your field in the next 5 years? Do you see a lot of brides signing up for stylists, or do you see them going and actually hiring different stylists from different parts of the world?
I think more than hiring a stylist, I think the brides are going to get more experimental with what they wear. We are seeing brides experimenting and wearing things like Rahul Mishra, Rimzim Dadu, which were never as a bridal designers, but more, on the pop and fun and loving stuff. But now brides are really wearing them up even for their main events. So I've already seen a good shift that's happening. So I hope that continues, and I hope brides also experiment with upcoming new designers, because there's some great designers who have great stuff. So we need to go beyond the known labels and experiment some new upcoming designers and see what beautiful and what different we can create for our days.
And I think this change that I would want to see when it comes to, with
Yeah.
respect to wedding stylist, I want every bride to have a wedding stylist.
Absolutely.
That's what.
Absolutely.
That's
Because
the
I
type of
agree
change I want to see.
We have pitched it to many
I
of our
know.
brides. We just hope that they now start
Yes.
taking it,
Yeah.
implementing
Yes,
very
yes.
seriously.
I really want to see, the wedding stylist in the weddings.
I think the brides will also become a bit more relaxed
Right.
once they get a
Yeah.
stylist on board. That one segment where they are really busy and they're not even giving us enough time.
True.
We have meetings with the brides and they're like, "Oh, I'm really running with that outfit," or "There's a mess up in the
Right.
outfit," or "My aunt is calling me for jewelry." All of that will be taken care of, and they
True.
can actually focus on each segment with different
Correct.
professionals
True.
when they're working with them. Yeah.
So
I
what,
think
what
weddings should become like a board meeting. You should have all the departments sitting,
I
presenting
yeah.
would
their
love
Oh,
that.
presenting
yeah.
their pitch, and that should be it for bride and groom.
True.
No running around,
Yes.
just a good meeting day.
We'll just coordinate
Yeah.
amongst ourselves.
I know.
Considering the number of tutorials that are going
Right.
around, I think next 5 years I'll see brides doing their own makeup.
Oh my god.
And that's my stress right now. Or AI taking over, literally, because so many tutorials. That's how the brides these days actually just want hairstylist because they can do their own makeup. And then you see the pictures and you're like, I wish you hired someone.
Right.
So girls are trying to do their own makeup, which is good. Of course, you should learn makeup for
Right.
your day-to-day life. But on your big day, when I get married, I will hire a makeup artist
Right.
who I love. So leave the professionals to do their job.
So do you also think the style, the aesthetic
change?
style is going to change?
It might change. I think in last few years, what I've noticed is people start going for natural makeup, subtle makeup.
The no makeup.
The no
look.
makeup. Makeup should never look made up, and it's a fact.
Right.
Makeup should never, like when I see you, it shouldn't look like a made up face because my whole concentration goes on your makeup and not what you're speaking.
Right.
So when a bride gets ready, you enhance her beauty, but don't
Right.
change her. So I think now the brides are heading towards being more neutral, more natural, and let the skin breathe,
Right.
which is a good thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's going to be similar for us because weddings for you guys and for us has been in terms of quantity.
Yeah.
A lot of bling, a lot of too many things in the
Right.
frame.
Yeah.
I think what I see, I think what I see for both of us is weddings are going to be more minimalistic. The backyard
Absolutely.
weddings are going to happen. Under the tree weddings are going to happen.
Yes.
More simple weddings are going to happen. I mean, this is what at least I wish for.
Yeah.
I think this is what I think it's going to change in the next 5 years.
What I
Do you
do
also
wish for is the guest list to go down. It should not be with 500 or 400. And there are brides who come and say, it's a very intimate wedding with 400 guests. It's not 400
not
guests.
intimate.
So I really wish that change really comes in to picture where, like you said, getting married under the tree
Yeah.
or actually having a backyard wedding with just 80 to 100 guests, which
Right.
is just your intimate family, people who really, really do care about you, and customizing everything to your liking, that would really make a.
But Rashmi, that's not going to be possible. I'll tell you why. We
Yeah.
come from a land where our life is all about relatives.
People,
People.
relatives,
If
yeah.
you see like last 50, 60 years or
Yeah.
maybe beyond that, our weddings are all about, that's the time when we show the entire property to the world that, okay,
Right.
this is the all, we have.
Yeah, yeah.
So I doubt that will ever change.
I also doubt it because there are
I
brides
really
who
doubt.
tell me
Coming.
that I really wish that I could do a backyard wedding or I could do just take 100 people to this nice heritage property and just do it. But my father is not
That's
alive.
just a
or-
wish.
But my mother is not alive.
That's a
And we have to
wish.
invite. Yeah, that's why I said it's wishful
Yeah,
thinking for me also
yes.
that we wish that we get to
Yeah.
do that kind of an intimate,
Yeah.
cozy wedding. But let's see where it.
But
goes.
are they changing? I mean, do you still get clients who
No,
wish
they
for?
are actually not changing.
Oh.
There is wishful thinking, yes, of course, but it's only getting larger than life in a
Okay.
minimalistic manner. Also, your decor is getting minimal.
Okay.
There's a lot of inspiration that is being taken from art museums, or there's a lot of inspiration in terms of decor that's been taken from interiors. They do want high quality products in the decor,
Okay.
like your table centerpieces or small little things that we put on the coffee tables with books on it. So that kind of detailing they are really accepting right now, and we're
Oh.
absolutely loving putting that together, and that will keep growing more and more in the next 5 years.
So, I mean, we're talking about the next few years or the next generation. So, a lot of people are going to come to this industry and
Already
newcomers.
happening, but- Yes.
So, with the changes that are happening, what would you do you want to give any tips for the younger generation who want to become an event planner or getting into the decor and everything?
Absolutely. So wedding planning in general for these many years has always looked glamorous. And still the next generation that is coming into jumping into this industry, they think that it's all glamour, but I just want to tell them it's not. It's not everybody's cup of tea. Yes, please feel free, start your own company, do it, no problem at all. But understand that there is a lot of hard work that goes into it. And if you're not emotionally connected, you might not survive for a very long time. So it has to be much more about that glamour, that picture on the gram, and the oh my god, you know what? It looks so nice. I'm gonna get this fame. It's not about that. Don't worry about that. Just focus on your work. Absolutely, just focus on what USP can you bring to the industry, and focus on that. Only then that you'll survive in the market. Yeah.
What do you think?
I completely agree because even as stylists, when the new generation comes up for internship, they feel it's just a glam job. You're working with a celebrity, you're having lunches and dinner with the celebrity, but it requires much more of that. It requires rigorous work, late nights, long hours, every second day travel. And that's the same when it comes to the wedding. You have to be consistent. Hard work is definitely the key, and there's no shortcut. You cannot think that you'll assist somebody for 3 months and suddenly become a stylist. There is much more, and there's something that has to keep you going, which has to be your inner self. Nothing
Right.
else can replace that.
Yeah.
True.
I think stardom and success doesn't come overnight.
True.
Have your head on your shoulder. You like a profession, you enjoy watching, reels and videos of makeup or hair. I am not a trained makeup artist. I've learned with time. Like every face I've literally learned. So I would just say that just joining some big business, London makeup school or any big school doesn't make you an artist if you're not internally someone who enjoys that craft. When you enjoy the craft, be patient. because patience actually takes you a long way. So there is no shortcut to stardom and success.
Thank you so much,
Thank you for
ladies.
having us.
Thank you so
Very
much for
nice
having
It's
us.
an amazing Women's Day.
Absolutely.
I loved having you all here today, being the main pillars of the wedding, and I hope you've got much information, as much as information as possible. We'll be putting their Instagram handles. Please do follow them for their amazing work. And thank you so much, ladies.
Thank you for having
Thank
us,
you so
Bhargavi.
much.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Hope you had fun.
We had a blast.
It was, it can go on for longer if you want.
Absolutely. We can go
We
on
can get
the
the
whole
mics
for
and
next
just keep
day.
talking.
Yes. Women love talking.
Yeah.
We love talking.
I know. That will do off the camera.
Off the camera.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you so
you.
much.
Thank you.